What is up? My name is Spencer. Welcome back to the channel. If you're a new viewer, then check it out. This video is actually going to be kind of weird, but my channel is mostly dedicated to self-help, self-development in a framework of really questioning, asking why and what. What is it that you really want? What is that you really want? Really questioning what you're told to want and then figuring out what you want and the why and the how, and just finding an unconventional approach to getting shit done. Pretty cool, right? Well, this video is definitely going to be sharing my little unconventional lesson of getting shit done. The past month I've done really well. I have some videos touching base on that. I have some slip-ups. I created goals and things I want to get done, shit I want to get done in a framework, in a system, and I followed it almost to a T. I'd give myself like 90%, 85 to 90%, which is actually pretty great for 4 weeks of consistency. I'm striving for 100%, but I'm happy as it is because it's all about enjoying the process of bettering yourself. And some of the things that I'm personally focusing on is getting the most out of my work, working for Real Social Dynamics on the marketing team, fitness goals, personal goals, just like overall being a well-balanced young person. I'm 23 years old and I just want to get the most out of my experiences, and then also take that knowledge and twist it, put a twist on it, and communicate it to you, the viewer, so that we can all get the most out of everything that we set our minds to. Yes. Well, today's video is a little bit unusual. The topic, again, we like to really go deep and unconventional on my channel. So actually, a lot of my viewers are men, and a lot of my viewers are men who are in the like male self-help sphere, such as elements like Real Social Dynamics, and I probably imagine MGTOW, like, you know, I'm a feminist, I'm a woman. I take the nuggets of wisdom from people I look up to and I disregard things that maybe just don't apply to me, right? So I actually learn a lot from these teachers that mostly teach men because I like the way they teach, and I disregard what doesn't apply to me. And one thing that really doesn't apply to me is actually the concept of NoFap. NoFap? It does. NoFap, like I see YouTube videos, NoFap. They usually have the most views. There are channels dedicated to the NoFap movement. Now, if you're watching this and you don't know what NoFap is, I'll just give my understanding of it. NoFap is when you restrict, when you're a man and you restrict masturbation. You don't jerk off your dick, you don't come, you don't ejaculate, and you do this for extended periods of time. And I imagine what I understand the benefits to be, what I understand, again, like this is not my body, I don't know. You get like focused, you get motivation, discipline, whatever it is, like it's like you're not releasing your sexual resources, whatever it is that NoFap does, that's essentially what it does. And as a woman, I look at the NoFap movement and I'm kind of like, that's funny because it is so unrelatable. It is just so unrelatable, and the way I see it is, for women, there should probably be a daily FAP movement. I think women need the like, okay girls, every day FAP. Every day FAP 2 times a day. You know, just because in my experience personally, and speaking to my gal pals, fapping, what a weird, fapping obviously applies to guys because it's like fap, that's what I imagine, but masturbating, loving yourself. For women, it's more of like a mindset, and like you have to like ease into it, and like you're kind of not in the mood a lot, like you really have to prime yourself, you know, to like really get the most out of the experience. And because you have to really get in the zone, ultimately it takes so much work, you kind of just don't even want to bother, forget it, maybe just once a week. I'm not in the mood, because you have to like get yourself in the mood. It's a priming thing, whereas I imagine for guys it's more so like biology, physiology, like boner, let's get this done, get it out of the way. So I've always laughed and said like women probably need the opposite. They need a FAP movement, they need a FAP everyday movement. But in this video I want to talk about my rendition of the NoFap that I've discovered, and what it is actually, I haven't cracked my knuckles in 4 weeks as of yesterday. I almost want to crack them just to show you what I can do, but I haven't cracked my knuckles in 4 weeks. And it's somehow changing my life. Very, very bizarre. So what this has taught me is that I'm beginning to understand the concept of NoFap. Again, not my body, I don't have a dick, I don't know, sorry, don't have that. But I haven't cracked my knuckles. And I have improved every area of my life because of it. Weird, I know, right? So what happened was 4 weeks ago, I decided it's time to get something changed in my life. I need to really focus on my systems. I need to hone down and look at what I want and deconstruct exactly how to get what I want. Pretty simple, right? Pretty simple. But I've been doing this for years and I've been failing and it's been really erratic. Like, I see a goal, I have motivation, I'm fueled with motivation, and I'm just like, and I like get something done, and then I run out of energy. I run out of the focus. I no longer care about the outcome. I just pull back, and for years I've just been starting over. But 4 weeks ago I decided, oh, well, obviously it's very easy to diagnose that problem. I'm sure you could do that too. So 4 weeks ago I'm like, okay, this is getting really fucking annoying, you know, because at a certain point in your journey, when you just keep failing or hitting plateaus, you start to get, and it's riddled with excuses. You start to get frustrated. You're like, this is boring. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of not getting things done. You know, being a victim of circumstance was fun for a little while, but now I just want to get things done. So that's really a crossroads I found myself at 4 weeks ago. I obviously took a bunch of psilocybin mushrooms just to really integrate into my thoughts, my experience. And when I take psilocybin, I just cry, I think, I feel, I reflect, I write, I read, I look at everything very clearly. You know, what it helps you do is just remove your filters and look at yourself very clearly. I might even say objectively, but what does that really mean? I don't know. And one of the things I told myself I would do is the day following shrooms would mark a day of transformation, or rather the beginning of transformation, of commitment. It was March 25th, and it was a day to mark commitment. Cool, eh? There was several things I committed to on March 25th, and all of them I faltered on except one thing, and that is cracking my knuckles. I have not cracked my knuckles. I have not cracked my knuckles. This may not seem like a big deal, but if you are a knuckle cracker, if you are a crack addict, and you are watching this video, you will understand, and you've been doing it for years, like it's a habit, like it's just so natural, you do it. There are times and places to do it. There's a mood you do it in. If you've been writing, you do it. Whatever it is, you just crack your knuckles. And I got to the point where I could pretty much crack everything at all different angles. I got to the point where like the fluids in my joints would regenerate so quickly that I could crack my knuckles every couple of minutes. You know, at first it's like maybe every hour or something, and it's just like every minute because my hands got so acclimated to just being. And I have to say, it's challenging. It's every now and then I get pains in my arms, my forearms, and I actually I'm speculating that it's like a placebo. It's just my brain telling me like, crack your knuckles, rather than actual pain. You know, it's more so just the idea of pain, and every time all it's forcing me to do is recognize that is happening. I'm experiencing that pain. It's uncomfortable, so be it. And I think that's the greatest takeaway. So what I'm beginning to think about the NoFap movement is it's exactly that. Like maybe, again, I don't have a dick, I don't know. Like I said, women should have a FAP everyday movement, but for the NoFap movement, I would imagine it's sort of like you feel desire, you feel craving, you feel simply just the propulsion to like want to release, and it's like very erratic. And when you're actively practicing and integrating the NoFap mentality, I guess what you're doing is you're acknowledging like, okay, I'm feeling what I'm feeling. All right. It's okay. Now I wouldn't figure that out until I actually just decided no crack. No cracking my knuckles, no crack movement. Yeah, the no crack movement. So what I have gained from not cracking my knuckles is not just not cracking my knuckles. Like if I want to, I'll just fucking crack my knuckles. It's something I like to do. It's release. It feels good. Yes. But what it has done is, because every time I feel the urge to just release, I have to stop reflect, breathe, get in my body, and just recognize what I'm feeling, and maybe even ask myself, like, why do I feel a need to crack my knuckles? Like, is it actually because my hands actually need that relief, or is something going on in my head where, like, this is where the habit stems from? So what that has done is this small scale activity that I've 100% committed to for the past 4 weeks. 4 weeks! Whoa! I have now been able to actually bring awareness to just about everything. So not cracking my knuckles has actually also helped me bleed that reflection and that habit into also not binge eating, not eating like useless junk food. And when I feel a desire to just like kind of eat, you know when you're like not actually hungry, but you just kind of want to eat, like this isn't hungry, but this is hungry. And you look at the food and you're like, I could just eat it, but it's like I'm not hungry. Well, normally I would just be like, food, eat, yes, because that's another thing. I also like food quite a lot. And the no crack movement that I've implemented in my life, the no cracking my knuckles movement rather, has allowed me to feel those experiences like, oh, I want to put food in my mouth right now, but then actually stop and be like, but why do I want to put food in my mouth? Like, what's actually going on? Like, am I anxious right now? Am I eating out of emotion? Am I eating out of boredom? Like, what's going on? And then in doing that, I get to look for deeper problems. Maybe I'm just thirsty. Maybe I'm just thirsty. So that's been something really phenomenal in my life that I've integrated, and I look forward to continuing this process of the no crack movement, no cracking your knuckles movement. And I have to give, I guess, a shout out to men. I can't have much of an opinion on the NoFap movement because I just don't know. Women, ladies, I think we should be practicing the FAP everyday movement. But we'll get there, we'll get there. Someone's got to be the spearhead of that movement. I don't know if I want that to be me because I'm focusing on the no crack movement for now. If someone soundbites this, I will sound like a crack addict, but that's okay too. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you got something out of this video. I'm not sure what you will get out of this video. It's just fun to like actually share that this no cracking my knuckles has actually been a life changer in integrating so many different new habits in my life and being more present to the moment, I guess is one way to look at it. Okay, thank you for watching. I will see you soon and we'll see what my next video is about. This is just kind of like a fun little topic in between, and don't forget to hit subscribe because my content is cuckoo crazy and you will like it. Peace.